Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I am spilling the tea. So I've been thinking a lot about karma recently because if you guys don't know, I've recently started writing an ebook on the 7 complete steps that I took towards union, and basically all the tools that you need to get into union. And so one of these sections is all about karma and breaking karmic ties and breaking your own personal karma and doing all of these things, right? So I've been thinking a lot about karma and the karmic partner. And so I wanted to give you guys a deeper background of my own story because I think it's so interesting and so interesting to hear your guys' stories too. So comment down below your story with the karmic partner. What's going on? Are you still in it? Is your twin still in it? Let me know what's going on for you. And of course, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we have all new videos coming out. But essentially, if you haven't already watched my runner perspective video, I will link it up here. I met my twin when I was on a road trip throughout Africa as a whole, but we were in South Africa at the time, and I was with my karmic partner. So things with us was just, going downhill so fast. And not that they were ever like really super amazing, we were a powerful couple together in terms of like spirituality, but we always had internal problems. Like we were never in the same place at the same time. And we were always having these power struggles going on. So power struggles can be a big sign of a karmic partner. One person always trying to exert control over the other person, or vice versa, the other person doing the same to the other person. So for me, what I thought was really interesting is what led me to my karmic partner was this desire for an alternative, non-conforming type of relationship. So my karmic partner only wanted to be in an open relationship from the get-go. And when I met him, I was leaving another relationship at the time where I was kind of disillusioned from marriage, from one partner, and like all of this kind of stuff. So the fact that this person wanted to be in an open relationship, I was like, oh wow. And for me, it was coming from a place of childhood wounds with infidelity between my father and my mother, and how that had affected me. And part of my thought process was, okay, if I can let my partner experience this type of a relationship, then they will never be able to really cheat on me, right? They'll never be able to be unfaithful if I'm letting them have this freedom, right? So that was my thought process at the time. And I was like, this is perfect. And so it's so interesting to me that my karmic partner was actually the one that led me to my twin. And, in terms of open relationships, I would love to do another video on this. So comment below if you have an interest in knowing more so about open relationships and like alternative relationship styles and stuff like that. I would love to know what your questions are. With my karmic partner, it was never done in a responsible and healthy way. It was always done as like a retribution or something like that. It's always done in a way of like, I'm feeling angsty and I want to go off and be with somebody else, or I'm feeling cagey, or I'm feeling like I've lost my freedom and now I want to go do this. And so it was never done, from like a loving, free, inspired place. It was always done from like a, I need to test you kind of place, and I need to exert my own freedom over you type of place. And so while that wasn't healthy, it still taught me a lot. And because I was experimenting with being in an open relationship, it actually gave me the exact tools that I needed in order to spot my twin and in order to take the action to actually like uncover the relationship between us. If you guys don't know, I'm demisexual, so I'm not super attracted to anybody without that kind of heart-soul connection. And so for me, being in an open relationship was really challenging because I never really saw anybody on the street and was like, oh, I'd really like to be with them. It was always after getting to know somebody. So it was always after like getting to know people that are closer to us. A dragonfly just flew in our house right now. I'm probably gonna have to let him out. Okay, he's out. The thing that I learned was that literally, like when you're traveling and you're meeting somebody for the first time and you're finding them attractive, you have to act so quickly because you could be gone tomorrow, they can be gone tomorrow. So I was always somebody that was really slow to take chances and to participate just in life in general because I'm more introverted, I'm more intuitive, I'm more slow in terms of my pace and how I like to work in the world. So this relationship, my karmic relationship, really taught me how to get out and act on things, right? And so when I met my twin, it was actually with my karmic partner while we were traveling. And when I was in this open relationship, right, and things were going south with my karmic partner, I basically had a choice to make within a matter of like 2-3 days. And I could see I was so attracted to my twin. I was so interested, and I purely just wanted to get to know him. I'm like, this seems like an incredible person. I want to know more about them. I want to know who they are. Like, why are they here? What are they doing? Like, all of these things. And so without that background of my karmic partner wanting to be in an open relationship, teaching me how to act on my feelings and my intuition and my attraction, I would never had made the move on my twin flame. And it was this very thing. And I actually read this in a twin flame post the other day as I was like reading into more twin flame things. And as you guys know, I'm always looking for topics to talk about. And this person, which I thought was really interesting, called this it was like the trust point. And so the trust point in the relationship, when you have two twins, that you have twins that are each, one of them might be in a relationship, the other one might not. And so this point of trust is actually so that the twin that is in the relationship will have to act in integrity with themselves. So they will be tested. So it's like a test of your trust or your faith or your morality. It's like a morality test. And so for me, it was so interesting because I absolutely know if I were not in an open relationship, I would not have cheated on my partner, right? So I would have never made the action to be with my twin if it weren't for the parameters of the relationship. So this is so crazy to me because I know a lot of you guys are faced with this same thing, you know, like, what do we do? My partner's in a relationship. Do we get together? Do we not get together? And this comes down to the answer will be different for every single person because some of you, it will be in alignment to be with that person. And that's based on your own morality, your own views, your own ideas of what the situation is. And for some of you, it absolutely will not. And so for me, it absolutely would not have been. If I were in any normal relationship, no matter how bad it was, I would not have done that to my partner. So it was only through the ability to be in an open relationship that actually gave me the freedom to make that move. And now here's the really interesting part. The hardest part about it is being honest with everybody there, right? So there was an aspect of me that was like, maybe I want to lie to my twin and say, oh yeah, I'm not in a relationship with that guy, because what if he judges me, right? What if he judges me? And so I remember it being so difficult to be honest with my twin and be like, hey, look, I'm in an open relationship, but I'm really interested in, are you interested in me? What's going on here? Do we have any potential? And then I also had to be open with my karmic partner and say, hey, look, I'm really interested in my twin. And actually, we got into a big fight around money issues and things like that. And then that's what caused me to realize I was giving away so much. You know, I was giving so much to the relationship. I was giving so much financially. I was giving so much energetically. And I was like, you know what? I have not done one thing for myself on this entire trip. And so I need to do something for myself. And I left this person. We met and then we left, we moved on. And then I got into a fight with my karmic. And then I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going back, because I gave up that opportunity because of the fact that I was being loyal to the people I was traveling with and to my own partner. And I was like, look, he wanted to be in an open relationship. So now we're in an open relationship. And guess what? That's what I get to do. So I talked to my partner about it and said, hey, you know what? I'm done with this. I need to go do this for myself, and, you know, like, wherever you want to be, with it when you get back. And so we both agreed. He was going to go out on a Tinder date where they were at the time, and I was renting a car, and I went back to meet my twin where we had met originally. And so without being in this relationship, I would never had the strength or the courage or anything like that to make this move. So, you know, and I used to judge people so hard that were in open relationships or that, you know, explored that kind of crazy sexual side of themselves. And it was through this relationship with this karmic partner that actually allowed me to experience a different aspect of myself and a different aspect of my sexuality and a different aspect of my attraction, and to ask myself, when I'm attracted to somebody, am I coming from a place of, you know, true attraction, or am I coming from a place of looking for security? Because up until that point, I had always looked for security in my partners, right? Because I didn't have that when I was a kid because of the infidelity issues with my father. So there was always this aspect of me that was looking to put my security in my partner. And this karmic partner was the one to break that, because I could not find security in him anywhere. I couldn't get security in terms of how he loved me, how he showed his affection, you know, being loyal or being faithful. I couldn't get that security in any kind of capacity. So I had to learn to be secure within myself in order to break that karmic pattern. And then I also had to come to the realization, and I remember this so clearly. When I was in Malawi at the time, and it was New Year's Eve, and I remember the realization hitting me like a ton of bricks. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have to be in an open relationship to prove that somebody loves me. And this might sound super stupid and intuitive to you guys, but to me it was like, if I'm in an open relationship, then I can have the security of my partner always loving me, right? Then I can have the security of my partner being free, so they'll never hurt me or they'll never be able to cheat on me because I'm giving them that freedom, right? But that wasn't true. That wasn't what was in my heart. What was in my heart was a monogamous relationship. But my mind thought it could outsmart what my heart truly wanted. And so the realization dawned on me, and I was like, oh my God, there is somebody out there. And that was after meeting my twin and realizing there is somebody out there that loves me and would want to be with just me, right? And would want to be faithful to me, right? To a fault, would want to be faithful to me. And that realization allowed me the ability to be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? Do I really want this? Do I really want to be in this relationship with this person who is not able to love me? Or do I really want to be in this relationship with somebody who would accept me exactly as I am, with all of the, you know, ugly things that come with that? It wasn't until I met my twin that I realized that that was even a possibility. And that's why our twins spur this crazy emotional, spiritual evolution within us. Because up until that point, we're still operating out of childhood wounds. We're still operating out of programs. We're still repeating the same karmic cycles. So this is where breaking those karmic cycles with the karmic partner is so essential. That is my story, a deeper dive on the karmic partner and how my karmic partner actually led me to my twin flame. And yeah, if you have any questions down below, like I said, if you want to know more about open relationships or alternative style relationships, let me know. Yeah, and that's all I have to say on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Big love, Serena.